congratulations again that Novavax vaccine for COVID-19 was approved yesterday by the FDA. I made a very brief announcement after receiving this breaking news. So thank you for all of you who have just subscribed to my channel yesterday. This is fantastic. Happy to have you here, and I hope you can also become a member. Please like and share this video, and please watch all the way until the end because I have a very important announcement to make. It is very critical. I just saw it actually this morning. It's about CDC and this vaccine, so definitely watch all the way until the end, and I will make sure that everyone receives this message. So critical, particularly if you already have received Pfizer, BioNTech and Moderna on J&J vaccines and you're looking for the Novavax vaccine as a booster. So very critical. And even if you use it as a primary vaccine, which we all advocated for, particularly me, but still, if you care for other people, how to use this vaccine more broadly, please watch all the way until that very important announcement to make about that. So I have several things that I want you to know about going forward and what's going on now, and all the news I have here. I have from Reason, I have from the Atlas, I think it's Australian, and I think I will start with that because I really, I don't know what this news outlet is all about, but I really like that. How they actually talked about this. I love this, so I want to start with that. And I do have from Alexander Tin, which I know, he is a journalist and I know him from Twitter, and he apparently is in CBS News, and I just can't believe his article about this. I mean, he has so many trigger words inside, and I was shocked when I saw it from Alexander Tin. I will go through that, but I marked so many trigger wording in there which I didn't like at all. I didn't appreciate that at all. And then I have from UPI News, and I also have from, of course, from Reuters, just this morning. You will see. I will put this at the end because this is just ridiculous and typical Reuters. I wasn't surprised, but I will just read this at the end. So I'm going to start with the Atlas from Australia, which they said, the title is, that's why I love it. I want to start with this. FDA finally authorizes Novavax COVID-19 vaccine in US. The word is finally. Okay. After months of delays, because this article is the most accurate description of what's going on or what happened. It also reflects the frustration of all of us, all the delays. So I'm stunned that the only overseas news outlet, unlike any others from the US outlets, actually described the situation. So after months of delays, the US Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has finally issued an emergency use authorization, EUA, for the Novavax COVID-19 vaccine. Once doses are available, this will be the first protein-based COVID vaccine authorized in the United States. The FDA's authorization follows a tumultuous couple of years with trial delays and manufacturing issues slowing the development of a vaccine. And I will come back to the manufacturing issues because apparently, which I find out this morning, the entire issue wasn't about manufacturing, according to Novavax. So I will get to that. Manufacturing issues slowing the development of a vaccine that in early 2020 was initially announced as a part of Operation Warp Speed, together with Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna, next to Pfizer and Moderna's mRNA vaccines. Despite the hurdles, Novavax vaccine has been available across the world for many months. Indonesia, India, and the European Union all approved use of the vaccine late last year, while Australia is already using, this is critical, already using it as a fourth booster option. So this is important, so I want you to keep this in mind for my announcement at the end of the video regarding the CDC. So very critical. So Australia is already using it as a fourth booster option. So the reason why I was surprised about that is also because I do know that Novavax has a mix and match trial going on right now. And they, before I quit Twitter in April, they were still looking for participants people who have already received Pfizer, BioNTech, or Moderna mRNA vaccines, or the J&J vaccine, and using Novavax as a booster option. So they have a trial going on. That's why I was a little bit surprised about that Australia already uses as a fourth booster option. So, but this is great. Now this is approved. It can be used now as a booster. So very important again for the CDC that I will announce at the end of the video. Peter Marks, MD, PhD, who is the director of the FDA Center for Biological Evolution and Research, has previously defended his agency's delay, FDA's delay, in authorization of the vaccine. He has argued the FDA standards for authorization are higher than other countries, particularly in the area of manufacturing. So I have a video about that, and I do agree with that part, and I talk all about that in the other video that I will link in this video, either here or and also down in the description box. You can watch that video why I am agreeing with that personally, with the manufacturing issues and why United States is so particular about that. So that's actually a good thing. So it makes me feel confident using that. So please watch that video. So I'm not going to go into details about that. So after a comprehensive analysis and evaluation of the data and assessment of the manufacturing processes and information, as well as input from the FDA's Committee of External Independent Advisors, the FDA's medical and scientific experts have determined that the vaccine meets the FDA's high standards for safety and effectiveness for emergency use authorization, said Marks in statements accompanying the new EUA for Novavax. Okay, so here's the thing. The FDA's authorization notably does not cover use of the vaccine as a booster. Again, this is a critical point. The EUA currently only allows the vaccine to be used as a primary two-dose series for those currently unvaccinated against COVID-19. Robert Califf, current FDA commissioner, noted the vaccine is currently aimed at those yet to receive any of the pre-existing COVID vaccines. This is again playing into the hands of Pfizer and Moderna. This is just beyond me. I mean, just do it already. You announce that this is a safety, okay, manufacturing is great, safety is great, everything is great. You give the authorization for the approval, then give it the full goddamn approval for everybody. This is again a very clear explanation and proof of the political games and the monetary games of our government's institutions, playing into the hands of the big pharma, which is unbelievable, bypassing the need of the American people with our taxpayers' money. This is just beyond me. I'm talking about this for years now. This is just literally a proof, black on white, how they play these games. This has again then apparently now nothing to do with the manufacturing issues, the safety issues, effectiveness. It is all there. You approved it, approved for everything. Why do you limit it? So also regarding the doses, how many doses, I will tell you how many doses the United States have secured from Novavax, but watch the other video of mine on my channel where I talked about how the US government switched its promise from the 2020 to Novavax versus now. And this is just like everything. This is why I'm reading all of this, because it's a really proof, a documentary, if you will, what's going on. Okay, that's why I want you to, as my subscribers and members, want you to know all about this. Because as I said, in my channel, I'm only talking about facts and the truth. And Califf continues, Dr. Khalif continues, the FDA commissioner, COVID-19 vaccines remain best preventive measure against severe disease caused by COVID-19, and I encourage everyone who is eligible for but has not yet received a COVID-19 vaccine to consider doing so. What about the people who had Pfizer, BioNTech, or Moderna vaccines or J&J vaccines and they got severe side effects? What about those? How can you eliminate those people if they want to have a safer alternative for their own body? It was forced upon them, maybe because of school reasons, maybe because of work reasons, maybe because of travel reasons, whatever it is, or family reasons, whatever it was. Most of these people had to take these mRNA or adenovirus vaccines, even if they didn't want to. But then, even if they wanted to, they had this severe side effect. How many people told me about that? They had severe side effects. Now they're going for years now under therapy just to get rid of all the side effects. And now they want also alternatives as a booster. So what about those people? I just cannot believe this. What kind of science, what kind of logic, what kind of medicine is this? And I'm telling you what it is. It's politics. That's what it is. Playing in the hand of the other guys. Other guys meaning the Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna. That's what it is. With our taxpayers' money. So, and I don't want to go into what Novavax vaccine is all about. I have a really fantastic explanatory educational video about everything you need to know about Novavax vaccine. So I will link that video as well here and you can watch that video. So I will continue. A few days before this FDA announcement, the US government revealed it has purchased, this is again, few days before the FDA announcement, so it was clear it will be approved. The US government revealed it has purchased 3.2 million doses of the Novavax vaccine, enough to treat 1.6 million Americans. Okay, I will also read in the other news articles that about total of 20% of Americans are unvaccinated or still haven't gotten the first doses. The total of 20% of all Americans. If we calculate, and I will put, there was a fantastic link from the CDC, like it's a CDC Vaccine Tracker. I will put the link also down in the description box. Fantastic. If you check everything you need to know, all the data about the vaccination status in the United States. So there, if you look at the people above age of 18 and below 65, those are 10%. So 10% of the American people are still unvaccinated. Not 1.6 million. Not 1.6 million. I will also tell you here, because it's a 2-dose, watch my Novavax video, it's a 2-dose vaccine regimen. So within 3 weeks, you have to take the second one. So this means when 3.2 million doses the United States has secured, this means they can only treat 1.6 million Americans. So that's what it is. The vaccine is hoped to be accessible within weeks following further approval from the CDC advisory panel. So I will get to that. So everyone was asking me for a year now, or more than a year, while I was still on Twitter, or even now, what is the next step? How long will it take until we get this into our arms? The procedure is, after the FDA approved it, now it will go under the CDC's advisory committee meeting, and then the advisory committee meeting gives pretty much always the approval, but they decide who will get it. That's the critical point. And that's why I will talk about this at the end of the video. Who will get it? And then they will approve it, and then say few weeks after that it will be shipped out, and then a few weeks after that it will be available for the people, for the public. And the meeting is next week, and again I will talk all about this at the end of the video. So that's that. So very important article here. I like that a lot because it shows like what's going on here. Reason News, they actually said about 22% of Americans remain unvaccinated, while Alexander Tin from CBS, he actually says so many trigger points. The fourth option for the 10% of American adults. This is what he says as an adult. So this adults meaning, when I looked into the data, CDC data, it's from 18 to 65, those 10% of the people. So they are 89.7% of people 18 and above and under 65 received at least one dose of the vaccine. So this means like about 10% of the adults between 18 and 65 still haven't received the first dose of the vaccine. Reason says the Novavax vaccine will also be a strong option for vaccinated but unboosted Americans. According to the New York Times, the side effects of the Novavax vaccine appear to be milder than the other vaccines, which produce ache and fatigue in many people. We know that. Watch my Novavax video. There I talk all about the side effects. Even so, federal health officials, this is critical, have yet to determine who the vaccine will be for. That's why I love this article. Advisors to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention will meet next week and are expected to discuss who will get the Novavax vaccine, the Times reported. The 2-dose vaccine was authorized as a primary immunization series for adults rather than a booster, which is likely to limit its market at first. I just can't believe it. So that's that. Again, and I keep telling this in every single video of mine, I say, and I keep saying, these vaccines were developed with our taxpayers' dollars. US taxpayers' dollars, period. Novavax vaccine, Moderna's vaccine was 100% funded and developed by US taxpayers. Period. We should have the say. I keep saying this for years. Watch my videos on my channel. We should have the right to decide who will get what. And I encourage the American people to just stand up, and I will tell you how you can do it at the end of this video. Watch it. Okay, so let's talk about Alexander Tin's triggering article in CBS News. I was very shocked. Actually, didn't appreciate this article. If he listens to me, then he knows this is like unbelievable. And then I will talk about some facts about the efficacy, and then also I will talk about the ridiculous smearing article from Reuters as typical. Okay, so Alexander Tin wrote in CBS News, FDA authorizes Novavax as alternative to mRNA COVID-19 vaccines. This alternative word is just unbelievable. I even said it in my FDA talk. We should stop labeling this as an alternative. Okay. Again, he has some very triggering words inside. The American public can trust that this vaccine, like all vaccines that are used in the United States, has undergone the FDA's rigorous and comprehensive scientific and regulatory review, said the FDA's Dr. Peter Marks. In clinical trials conducted before the Omicron variant, this is another trigger wording here. which kind of want to show the public, see, it's still effective, but hey, these clinical trials were conducted before the Omicron variant, which is true, but half true. Watch my videos because watch my Novavax video, because there I mentioned that Novavax multiple times showed the data. It's even in my FDA talk that this vaccine, the original vaccine from Novavax, is effective against Omicron and Delta variants. They showed it. It's there. They have the data. It doesn't matter if they have it done in all of the vaccines were developed in the times before Omicron. So regardless of that, Novavax was the only one showing a high efficacy against Omicron and Delta. Just get your facts straight. Unbelievable. So that's why I'm so appreciative that you are here, care about the facts, care about the truth and science. This is just unbelievable. Okay. And it says, in clinical trials conducted before the Omicron variant, Novavax was found to have 90.4% efficacy in preventing any symptomatic COVID-19 infections, as much as 100% efficacy against moderate to severe diseases. Yes, it's extremely effective. And I will also tell here something that he has also included a trigger wording in here. A spokesperson for the Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, did not return a request for comment. The FDA also said last month it was at loggerheads with Novavax over whether to attach a warning of myocarditis. See, this is what Alexander Tin, why do you do that? Why? Attach a warning of myocarditis potentially linked to the shots. This type of heart inflammation side effect has also been noted by the CDC as a rare risk associated with the mRNA vaccines from Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna, according to multiple studies. Watch my video. I explained exactly this. I explained this. Why the FDA butt heads with Novavax and what's the deal all about it. Watch my video. I'm going to link that again. The fact sheets authorized for Novavax shots will be ultimately include the warning, the FDA said. So I feel really bad for Novavax because they have been through so much politics and so much delay and so much games that they pretty much showed everything they possibly can, and now they are just going through these games and they want this to be approved finally. So even though they said this is not accurate, this what you guys are saying at FDA, it's not accurate, it's not our data, it doesn't show that. And regardless of that, they, I guess, had to agree. I don't know what the deal was, but I guess apparently had to agree to say, okay, fine, just do it. Because at the beginning, watch that video, in the beginning, they were just so against that. They said, no, this is not correct. Why do you put this in as a safety sheet? And yeah, I guess now they had to agree to that. You know, stuff like this make me so mad and so unfair. It's just so unfair. If you talk about science, then they show the science and the facts, just the rest is politics. For Alison Charton, I think Charton, a spokesperson for Novavax, said to CBS, or told CBS last month, that no human fetal derived cell lines or tissue, including HEC293 cells, are used in the development, manufacture, or production of Novavax COVID-19 vaccine candidate, NVX-CoV2373. Watch my Novavax video. I talk about how they use moth cells, so it has nothing to do with any kind of human fetal derived cell line at all. And so if you're one of those who have not gotten the other vaccines for religious reasons, this could be a safe vaccine for you as well, because they were just produced by insect cells, by moth cells. It has nothing to do with human cells. The company has said it plans to pursue an authorization for its current vaccine to be used as a booster shot as well. It is also trailing mix and match boosting with its vaccine in people who initially received a Pfizer or Moderna primary series. So as I said, they already have that running, that trial. Novavax has a trial running called mix and match study. As I said, they're recruiting people who already had Pfizer and BioNTech or Moderna vaccines, and to show that it is safe for these people also receive the Novavax vaccine as a booster. And then also, as I said before, I feel bad for them. They have to keep reiterating this to the news. But I guess people like Alexander Tin just like keep kind of twisting and turning things. Our vaccine has been demonstrated to be efficacious against variants, induces broad immune responses against Omicron variants, and this may be the best choice for people who prefer a vaccine with an extensive safety and efficacy database. Novavax Gregory Glenn told the FDA's advisors at the meeting in late June. I will tell you now from Novavax Philip Dubovsky why there was this delay. Apparently, as everybody says, that there has nothing to do with the manufacturing, but with something else. And this is what he said. What really took the longest time, however, wasn't the manufacturing of the product. It was the generation of the assays to illustrate that we could make the product over and over again the same way, and to deploy those assays against the multiple lots. So I guess the standardization was the issue, not the manufacturing itself or the quality of the manufacturing. That is important to know. That's actually scientific. Something scientific was here going on. I mean, not scientific in the sense that the science was wrong, but in the sense that the assays has to match lot by lot by lot and has to show the same results, which is, if you're a scientist or you worked in a lab, you know what that means. Like, you can always get like 100%, but of course these people are not working by hand, they work with robots. So the manufacturing is robotized, so assays have to produce the standard results, and in each lot, of course, right? So that's what it was. So good to know. That's great. Few points from the UPI news. This vaccine product is the first traditional protein-based vaccine to achieve this level of protection, said Dr. Mitchell Goldstein, professor of pediatric medicine at Loma Linda University, said during the June meeting. Data from 2 separate studies involving over 30,000 participants demonstrated a composite efficacy of approximately 90% in preventing significant infection, Goldstein said. Absolutely. As I said, Novavax vaccine will be a 2-dose vaccine, 3 weeks apart. And Japanese officials authorized this vaccine, the Novavax vaccine, in April, which we were expecting it to be the opposite, because Japan always looks to United States first before they approve anything. But at this time, they approved it in April. That was also one of the wild things that was going on. And I had written back then when I was still on Twitter. So again, the Biden administration announced that it had secured 3.2 million doses from Novavax. Again, watch that video. This is just ridiculous. The US Department of Health and Human Services HSS said the Novavax vaccine will be made available for free to states, jurisdictions, federal pharmacy partners, and qualified health centers. While more than 2/3 of the American people are already fully vaccinated, we must maintain a sense of urgency to ensure all eligible individuals get vaccinated, particularly heading into the fall, said Chief Operating Officer Johnson Rose at HSS Coordination Operations and Response Element. This is not a new statement, by the way. If you watch my previous video, there you will see he said it at that time. This is not a new statement, because after the approval, the HSS didn't make any comments. The latest vaccine would offer people another choice to help protect themselves from severe disease or hospitalization caused by COVID-19. We already know that. Last news I want to talk about before I go into my announcement is that from Reuters this morning, and I was like, okay, that's what it is. I mean, so, title: EU adds severe allergies as side effect of Novavax COVID vaccine. Reuters. The European Medicine Agency on Thursday identified severe allergic reactions as potential side effects of Novavax Inc.'s COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine was authorized by US regulators on Wednesday, and its product label in the United States warns against administering the shot to people with a history of allergic reactions to any component of the shot. The EMA said it would also update the product information for the vaccine to add unusual or decreased feeling in the skin as a new side effect. Only 250,000 doses of Novavax COVID vaccine, Nuvaxovid, have been administered in Europe so far since its launch in December, according to European Center for Disease Prevention and Control. So, typical Reuters, just like has to say something, has to, does it since the entire pandemic, smashing other competitors from Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna. So now the announcement that I want to make, very, very important. So the CDC meets on July 19, on Tuesday, July 19, okay? And in this meeting, like the FDA meeting, the public has an option, has a chance to submit written comments or make oral presentations. So important. But the deadline is tomorrow, the 15th, July 15th by 11:59 p.m., okay? And this is very, very important. And I will link the link down below in the comment box and also here in the video. Please, if you would like to have this vaccine as a booster, you must submit your comment. This is very, very important. What they are deciding on Tuesday, on July 19, is that they decide, the CDC will decide with their external advisory committee who will get these shots. If you want this to be approved as a booster, you must submit your comments by tomorrow 11:59 p.m. Okay? Very important. Go through the instructions and submit your comment. Make sure that we have a very large number of people pushing the CDC to approve this as a booster as well. Because as I said, I have many people already telling me so many stories that they had so many side effects, and I want to use Novavax as a booster. Please tell this video, show this video, send this video, spread this video to everybody else that you know. Let us reach a wider audience. Let us push the CDC to fully approve the Novavax vaccine as a primary vaccine and as a booster. Primary vaccine and as a booster. Very critical. You have time until tomorrow night, 11:59 p.m. Okay? So Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for liking this video, subscribing to my channel. If you like me doing videos like this more, show this to me by liking this video, by subscribing. This will show me that you like these videos and I can continue doing more. And also, please consider to become a member of this channel. You can support this channel and support these videos, speaking the truth, speaking science and facts, how it's supposed to be. Okay? Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.